So we had a really good trip going to Atlanta, and the truck did good. This thing's got 130,000 miles on it, and I don't know, it did just fine. Everything was good, mechanically ran good. But then when I dropped my buddy and his wife off, and I got in it to drive because he drove like the last 4 hours, man, the front end was vibrating, and like when you let off the wheel, it pulls to the right, something fierce. I mean, bad enough where we were gonna like stop and pull over, but I don't think it's, you know, front end alignment, because the steering wheel was going up and down, which made me think I got something wrong with my tire. And actually now looking at it, I don't know. And again, I'm not a mechanic, but man, it looks like I got a bulge. It almost felt like, oh yeah, that thing is bulged. I don't know if you can see that. So it's almost like a belt broke. The roads in Louisiana and in Georgia, for that matter, were pothole city. And you know, I just drive 75 miles an hour and just run through them all. So we actually broke something. I don't know, it's probably about time for new tires anyway. I think I've had these on there for about probably 60,000 miles. The old Nitto Terra Grapplers. So let's take a look though. I'm gonna pull it up in the, I wanna say shop, but it's actually just my garage. So let me pull it in there and we'll take a look at it, see if we can figure it out. So I got the Harbor Freight jack under there. So, but again, I'm not a mechanic, but I think I can look at this and tell. Watch this tire. Whoop. I don't know if you can see that. See that big hump? Man. I don't know if you can pick it up on the camera, but wow. This is a blowout waiting to happen. Look at that. I don't know, it looks bad to me. That would explain it. So I'm glad I wasn't driving that. Well, I was. I'm glad I wasn't driving when it blew out. Thank the Lord we weren't. So yeah, look at that. I don't know if you can see that, but man, it's got a big hump in there. I actually had that happen. I had a really nice set of BF Goodrich one time. Oh yeah, look at that. That is humped. That's a humpty hump. I had a really nice set of BF Goodrich one time, and I was coming back from Houston, going through like Somerville, a little small town. Yeah, it flattens back out there. And anyway, all of a sudden the whole back end started vibrating really bad. Almost like something was loose. I don't even know. And took it in. Yeah, you can even see it right there. Took it in, and the belts had broken in the actual tire. And they were like really expensive BF Goodriches, but I think that's what caused the vibration. So it's undrivable, and I don't want it to rip off. Now here's the question. Whatever, year and a half ago, whenever the old Josh bought the tires, did he buy a new spare? Because I would really love it if I could just go get a cheapy one and make this the spare. But do we have a Nitto Terra Grappler? Look at that. Did Josh plan ahead? Now here's the next question. Is it on a factory wheel? Is this just gonna save us like $300? Oh, well, I can't tell. Maybe it is a factory wheel. Nope, those are Wranglers. So anyway, okay. I'm gonna pull this down and see if we can replace her. Man, I wish I would have bought the right one. And I never even used all of the jack stuff either. So now I get to use it for the first time. Look at that. Let me see here. Let's see if I can. Let's hope it works. Oh, yay! Now, should just be able to stick this in there. I can't see. Hang on a second. Just give me a minute. Go straight on, or where? You gotta go. Oh, it's way down in there. There you go. Yep, I'm gonna have to get the other one. Let me see here. Hey, this is kind of boring, but I'm gonna post it anyway. So if you don't like it, just go do something else, and then I'll call you when it's done. Okay. So now look at this. Isn't this cool? Haven't done this since I'm like 24. And if it looks very similar to the Terra Grapplers, I think I'm just gonna put her on there and roll on. Oh, but I forgot. Let's see if it's a factory wheel. No, it's a spare wheel. I can't ride around like that. Man, look at that. We had her snugged up in there pretty good. Look at that gash. The fellow before me had it on there tight. All right, let's take them off now. All right, so I got the center caps off now. Now we're gonna have to use this. I don't have a big compressor. I mean, I've got like some air tools, but I don't have a big compressor, so I can't like be really cool right now if I pulled out my big impact wrench, but I don't. Hey, here's a fun fact for you. I was getting my tires rotated, my oil changed a couple months ago, and the guy came in, like a really good store, Quality Tire in Belton. They're awesome. Always do a good job, been using them for years. And Randy, fellow that works the counter there, very knowledgeable, he came in and he was like, Mr. Adams, we can't get your center cap on because your lug nuts are swollen. And I was like, nice try, Randy. I know the lug nuts don't just swell up. You almost had me. And he was like, no, for real. So the Ford ones, when they come out of the factory, for a few years there, they were taking the lug nut and wrapping like a stainless steel or chrome cover on them to make them look real pretty. And after you rotate them so often, they start swelling up, so they can't use the right size, and then they swell up and they won't even fit through the caps. He showed me. It's pretty crazy. I never would have thought that. So $135 later, I have good lug nuts everywhere, which is crazy. But I guess after 130,000 miles religiously rotating my tires every 7,500 miles, that's what happens. So, all right, let me pull this off. Oh, look at that. Boy, you can see it now, can't you? Look at that. Thing is humped up bad. So we are really fortunate. Good Lord is watching over us on the way back. Look at that. It was humped up. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, look at all that brake dust, Josh. Like, do you ever get off the brakes? That's really not that bad. But yeah, I drive pretty fast on the highway. You know what? Wait a second. Let me look at it. Hey, yeah, that was from when Ray was driving. I can tell. That's all Ray. Yep, I see it. Man, it is hot. Been out here for like 20 minutes and I'm already dripping. It's all sweat dripping off of me. It's weird. Anyway, I don't know. I'm probably going to have to get it. These tires don't match well enough. The size is the same. I think this is actually the original tire. It's probably the original spare. Because I think it had 50,000 miles on it when I got it. And I think the guy had never changed them before, so I think that was it, yeah. Anyway, you probably don't care anything about watching this part. This part is boring, so let me get her on down. Now, I did check it for air. It actually had like 35 pounds of air in it, so I only had to put, it's supposed to run 60 on the front of these, but anyhow. Man, I wish it matched. That would be a lot better, huh? All right, let's see if we can lower her down without hurting ourselves. Come on, easy, baby. There you go. All right. Now, we'll throw this one in the back so we can take it and get her fixed Monday or Tuesday. There we go. That was a hassle, but I got that put up. And you're probably asking yourself, like, why is Brother Josh wearing these gloves? Like, when did he become a big baby? And I'm glad, ooh, you can see it there. Look at that hump. I'm glad you asked that, though, because listen, in my younger days, yeah, somebody would say, hey Josh, you want a pair of gloves? And I'd be like, no, I got mine on, you know? But as I get older, it's like, I want soft hands. I'm worth it. Why can't I have soft hands too? You know what I mean? Like, what's wrong with me having soft hands? See what I mean? Like, you're inside washing your hands, but like now I got screws in my hand, but I just pull my gloves off and it's like I won't even have to wash my hands when I eat now. Like, I'm done. They're washed, done. All right, so here's what we're gonna do now. Let me put my jack up, and then we got to take her for a test spin, make sure that in fact was, which, I mean, I think we can all agree that, I can even all agree that was the problem. But show of hands, does anybody think that the problem is not fixed? Raise your hand. I see that. Okay, you're gonna be proved wrong. But for all you others that do agree, let's just take it for a spin and see if that works. Oh, gotta get the center cap. Don't want to lose that. Let me see if I can flip this around. That's better. All right, let's take her for a. I will tell you though, like those are some. That thing is heavy. I don't even have a lift kit on this. People always ask why a lift kit. I don't know. Whoever had it before me put a leveling kit, and supposedly it's a real good one, but I don't know because I think that all that stuff's a waste of money. The truck's already high enough anyway. So let's just take her out of here. You know, I tried to park in the parking garage at the hotel in Atlanta, and now listen to this horrible noise. Oh, you're destroying something. Damage, but no, it's just my antenna. But I tried to park in that parking garage in Atlanta, and I'm glad I was going slow because it was like 6'5" limit, and immediately we hit the top. I had to stick my hand out and catch it. So, all right, so let's take it for a little spin, see if that worked. I don't think you need to go along with me for that, do you? No.